where prayer felt like a whisper and hope seemed slow to answer. I've stood on mountains high where faith roared like thunder and mercy poured like rain. But in the rise and fall of seasons, one truth never lost its voice: the God who called my name never took his promise back. He didn't retract his covenant. He didn't rewrite his word. For every vow from heaven's throne is alive, precise and sure. When men change planes, ran, when my strength ran out and my vision weakened, still the word of God held fast, never trembling, never failing. For the one who spoke the universe does not speak in empty sound. If it leaves his lips in glory, it is destined to come down. God's promises are yes and amen. Yes in Jesus, amen in Him. They do not falter, they do not fade. They shine on days both bright and dim. When life grows heavy and voices say never, His word says wait, His word says win. For God's promises are yes and amen. Yes in Jesus, amen in Him. He promised shelter in the tempest, and I saw sheltered indeed. He promised healing from the broken, and I saw restoration breathe. He promised peace for troubled waters, and my turmoil learned to cease. He promised favor in the dry land, and wilderness bloomed in green. He promised joy in the morning hours, though the night was long and black. And when dawn came through the shutters, I found laughter coming back. He promised strength for weary hands, and I felt courage, steady knees. He promised comfort for my grieving, and He wiped my tears like streams. Oh, many spoke of lucky seasons, chance or fate or earthly spin. But I know who holds my future, and I know who wrote my script. For blessings are not coincidence, nor mercy the work of chance. They are signatures from heaven, God's handwriting over man. So when storms began their boasting and fear thundered at my door, I remembered every promise, and I feared the waves no more. God's promises are yes and amen, signed by blood, secured by grace. No inferno, thief, nor serpent can erase what heaven states. What He utters stands forever, and no power can twist or bend. For God's promises are yes and amen. Yes in Jesus, amen in Him. He promised Abraham descendants as numerous as starry skies. He promised Sarah new beginnings, though she laughed at old age's lies. He promised Joseph reign and influence, though the pits tried to deny. He promised Moses mighty purpose, though he doubted he could speak. He promised David righteous kingdom, though Goliath stood a beast. He promised Esther timely favor, though her throne began in carries Christ, a bride victorious, and that bride still sings today. So when I feel small and cornered, when battles feel too great, I rehearse the ancient stories of a God who keeps His word. For if His promise guarded kingdoms, if His promise lifted slaves, if His promise birthed redemption, then His promise covers me. He said I will, so I will wait. He said I swear, so I will stand. He said I'm near, so fear will break. He said I'm God, so who is man? He said you'll live and not die. He said the righteous will thrive. He said peace in place of strife. He said joy from morning night. He said I heal. He said I mend. He said I'm Alpha to the end. He said I'm coming back again, and every word I must defend. Ooh. When my faith is shaking, when my prayers feel weak, I lean on what He promised more than what I see. For sight is temporary, but His word is evergreen. Flesh may fail and falter, but His vow does not retreat. God's promises are yes and amen, tested, ancient, tried and true. If God said victory, then victory comes. If God said breakthrough, breakthrough moves. No generation can exhaust them, no era can make them thin. For God walk through valleys low, where prayer felt like a whisper, and hope seems slow to answer. I've stood on mountains high, where faith roared like thunder, and mercy poured like rain. But in the one truth never lost its voice. The God who called my name never took His promise back. He didn't retract His covenant. He didn't rewrite His word. For every vow from heaven's throne is alive, precise and sure. When men change plans and friends change direction, when my strength ran out and my vision weakened, still the word of God held fast, never trembling, never failing. Does not speak in empty sound. If it leaves His lips in glory, it is destined to come down. God's promises are yes and amen. Yes in Jesus, amen in Him. They do not falter, they do not fade. and I saw shelter indeed. He promised healing from the broken, and I saw restoration breathe. He promised peace for troubled waters, and my turmoil learned to cease. He promised favor in the dry land, and wilderness bloomed in green. He promised joy in morning hours, though the night was long and black. And when dawn came through the shutters, I found laughter coming back. He promised strength for weary hands, and I felt courage, steady knees. He promised comfort for my grieving, and He wiped my tears like streams. Oh, many spoke of lucky seasons, chance or fate or earthly spin, but I know who holds my future, and I know who wrote my script. For blessings are not coincidence, nor mercy the work of chance. They are signatures from heaven, God's handwriting over man. So when storms began their boasting, and fear thundered at my door, I remembered every promise, and I feared the waves no more. God's promises are yes and amen, signed by blood, secured by grace. No inferno, thief nor serpent can erase what heaven states. What He uttered stands forever, and no power can twist or bend. For God's promises are yes and amen, yes in Jesus, amen in Him. He promised Abraham descendants as numerous as starry skies. He promised Sarah new beginnings, though she laughed at old age's lies. He promised Joseph reign and influence, though the pit tried to deny. He promised Moses mighty purpose, though he doubted he could speak. He promised David righteous kingdom, though Goliath stood a beast. He promised Esther timely favor, though her throne began in fear. He promised Zion lasting praise, though nations fought her peace. He promised Christ a bride victorious, and that bride still sings today. So when I feel small and cornered, when battles feel too great, I rehearse the ancient stories of a God who keeps His word. For if His promise guarded kingdoms, if His promise lifted slaves,